It's very important that we know definitely better each other. The atmosphere in the team is different compared from when we started. It's more positive. There is more. The cabin is more. I look the guys more compact, more one block, one team. And in the start, this could be normal because there were a lot of changes. Now we can say that with Kanga and Stanciu and goalkeeper were few changes, and also I guess that it's very important that these new players found here, for example, Kanga just know before Mabuba. And there is like a Romanian, they know just before, so Stanciu knows Nica and Batajelu, so they came like more like block of players. Before was every player from different countries, different culture, and this can get longer time for adaptation. And so I guess that we go to take players where we need and where we think that we need. So in the midfield was the main part that we wanna improve. Also, of course, after Rosicky retired. And also another big difference from the first part of the season, that we create a block of young players that before was not so strong. I mean in Sparta, because now with Civic, Sacek, Kulanek, Plavsic, Mustedanagic, Derkal, there is like 6-7 players that of course are not ready today, but there are 6-7 players that can be ready. And this, in my experience in one club like Sparta, is important also for the new to have young players from Sparta, from Czech, that can be. And this is something that was not before. Yes, everybody knows that we play only in the league, so we play only in Czech league, and we have to face up 14 games. So for me, have no sense to have a too long roster now, and we create together with sports director Szczasny and Rosicky. We create, I think, the right mix between players ready, 13, 14, 15 players that we know ready, and, as I told you before, 5, 6, 7 young players. So I guess that this 21, 22, now I don't go wrong with goalkeepers, is the right number. Is the right number for this part of the season. Of course, if you play sometimes Europe, if you play, could be different. But for this part of the season, we did what we have to do. And of course, the decision that we take together was for the good to have a good second part of the season. Oh, the captain is David Lafata, sorry, and David Bicic is vice. And of course, if David will be not in the pitch, could be, depends from the appearances, from the how is the cups. And but David remained the captain. I have to admit, with honestly, that is very, very, very difficult. And also Andrei suggested me, don't make bad picture, try to speak Czech. But I can guarantee that I am trying. Of course, for football language, I can say with my players some key words, and but to make press conference or interview will be very difficult. I hope to stay here a long time and one day to can speak Czech, but now I'm very sorry, I cannot speak Czech. But sam, zara, nahoru, odskoč, I know some, but I cannot speak. First of all, about the pre-season, I can say that I'm satisfied, but of course it's only pre-season. I know very well that everything will be in the game of Slovan, because this for us is the first game, but is the most important game. And as I told you before, I feel different energy, also positive in the cabin, but even because they know better each other, also. I can say open that for me also the Szczęsny and Rosiski behind me, they are helping me a lot, because I used to work with one sport director in my career, and I think that between coach and president, between coach and board, you need to have some important person that is in training ground every day, and you can share, and so was also in pre-season camp. I think personally, and club knows, that goalkeepers in Sparta have to be Czech, but they answer me that was not one Czech available. Czech or Slovakian is the same. Was not one Czech goalkeeper available of this level, and the first name was Nica, and I'm happy of Nica. I'm trying to help him with video and analysis, because he don't know Czech strikers, he don't know Czech league, and so this is the biggest difference with Dubravka and Kubek. And so I know, because when I was also in Udinese with Karnezis, was Greek, or Andanovic, or Julio Cesar, when goalkeepers is not for the country where he played, it's more difficult. Every Sunday you have to know Potočny and Kerber and Volprecht, and the next day Skoda, Nesid, because you don't know. And sometimes only video is not easy. This is the only big difference. But I like Nica, and I think we cannot take better goalkeeper than him 30th of January after you sell Dubravka. It's difficult to explain how tough is this league if you don't are inside. And of course, the individual quality of the players is lower from Serie A, and this is, I can say that this is normal, also for the money that you invest in players. But I can say clear that if you play against one Czech team and you don't respect the Czech team, is problem. How happened maybe to Mazzarri and Napoli some years ago, that they play against Victoria, and it's the same now. In Czech league, every game is tough, and when you go for Europe, I can say that Czech team are organized, strong, mentally strong, tactical, good level. Of course, sometimes the single player is not, could be not 25 million, 30 players, but this is, of course, this depends from investments, not from culture. So this is my opinion, and I can confirm that is very tough league. Different, and that's why I am also. It's very important for me to see how will go our second part of our team, because we go in a different way, a little bit different way, because we create, I can say, a team full of quality, a little bit different from how usual are, I can say, the medium Czech team. First of all, it's important to have balance, because you know, we will start with Mavuba, Kanga, and Stanchu that are, I guess, 177, 170, maybe 169. We need help also from side players, and of course we decided together to go in this direction. That of course is also philosophy, because our idea is to play football, to try to dominate the game, of course with respect, but to try to have the control of the game. If we start to run, for us is problem. Run, I mean, if we start to run, going back, we have the characteristic to fight. We have characteristic to play football and to have quality midfielder. And this is, I guess that this is philosophy that we want to follow. Like many teams do this now in Europe. I can say to you that Napoli play with Jorginho and Zielinski and Hamšík, and have the same problem of pieces. Because when they go to jump, there is only 2 central back and maybe 1 full back. Our plan, of course, is that we have the 2 central back, we have only also Zagustel, and I hope one striker, because the other are aggressive player but not so big. So for sure, I cannot say you is factor. This is factor, and we have to be care. But you cannot have both. You cannot have both. So we know this. We are working. For sure, it's something to be very focused. But this is our decision. This is the way that we decide to go on. Of course, it's our target, and I'm positive because we can achieve. And but we have no. My opinion, what I say to my players, we have not to talk or think about targets. We have only to talk and think about Slovan, because this is now this is our target, and will be in our stadium, in front of our people, and our people deserve to back to watch Sparta win the games, and we know this. So our target now is next game.